So, did you know that it's okay to feel negative emotions? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be pissed off. They all have their place. They really do. Yeah. Um, I just want to talk a little bit more about that from that last video that I was talking about. If somebody is leaving the organization, how to do it successfully and just embrace all of the negative emotion. And I just wanted to go a little bit more into that. So sometimes what happens is when we're trying to avoid some sort of emotion, we try to dull it down and try to like tamp down this vibration that we have by doing things like overeating or over drinking or toxic relationships. What else? You name it. Overworking. Some people overwork. Could be all sorts of different things that we do to avoid those negative emotions. And so that's why it's really important to, when I talked about embrace your negative emotions, it's like, do not push it away, because what happens is when we push it away, and we push it away by drinking, overeating, overshopping, all those things, it never goes away. It just gets sort of muffled for a while, like the vibration kind of muffles or settles down. And then later it pops right back up. It's still there. It never goes away. But when we can let a feeling in, like really feel it all the way and process it, then we can let it go. And usually what that looks like, processing an emotion, it takes about 10 minutes. And you don't think of it like you're going to get rid of that emotion forever in 10 minutes, but that's like increments that you can work through it. So when it does pop up, this is how I process an emotion. It's just being really aware of what am I thinking, first of all. What am I thinking that's making me feel that way? That's an important thing to recognize. And then when you can pinpoint the exact feeling, is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it frustration? Is it just a low grade, just discontent and unhappiness? What is the feeling? If you could name it, what is one word that you would give to it? Just one word, anger. Okay? So let's say, for instance, it's anger. Then I would feel it in my body. Sometimes, and a lot of times, you have to close your eyes so you can really get in touch with it and feel it. But closing your eyes, and and then feeling it, like, what sort of shape is it? Is there a shape? Is there a vibration? Usually, there's a vibration that's either, it could be really shaky, or it could be wavy, or it could be feeling electric. But if you really tune in, you can actually feel the vibration of it. So if you could name it and describe it, how would you describe it? What does it look like? What is its texture? Is it cold? Is it hot? Does it feel constricted? Is it heavy? Really feel it. Really try to feel it. And feel. And then what color? Does it have a color? Is it red? Is it black? Is it steel? Steel gray? What is it? And once you can really describe it in your mind, and you can do this by yourself, you could even run through this video, just play it over, and once you can feel it, then you want to say to yourself, this is anger. This is anger. So to me, this is how I'm just going to describe it. I'm not feeling angry now, but I would maybe describe it like zigzags, and maybe it's red, and it feels like really hot, and it feels like big and swollen. Like, you never know how a feeling is really going to feel. It's the craziest thing when you really tune into it. And it's like, oh wow, I can kind of like feel it in my body. So then when you feel it again, you know that you can get past it. So telling yourself, this is anger, this is anger, this is anger. Like really getting in touch with it, naming it, and then realizing after that, 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it takes for that feeling to lift up, then once you've felt it all the way and you come back, then can just know that you're still alive. Because a lot of times what happens is we run from those feelings, we push them down, we overdrink, we overeat, we get in, terrible relationships, we overspend, overcommit, overwork, all these things to really push down the feelings, when really it's a vibration that's going to go through your body, and you're going to feel it really intensely, and then you're going to be fine. I promise. I thought I was going to die if I felt my emotions, my negative emotions. I really thought I was going to die. And my coach went through this exercise with me. I had heard about it, but I hadn't gone through it. And I did it with her. And at the end of it, it just felt like so, like it just released from me. Yeah, and then I knew that I didn't have to run from all of my negative emotions anymore. I could really feel them, and they were not going to kill me. And I didn't have to push them down because they weren't going to hurt me. It was a really important lesson. And so, as a life coach, that is my advice for how to feel negative emotion. It's fine. We cannot think that we can live this life and not feel any negativity. It's going to happen. It's life. It's supposed to happen. We're supposed to feel fully. That's my hope and my dream for my life. That is my goal in life, is to really live life fully. Fully. Like the highs of the highs, the lows of the lows, everything in between. I want to feel all of it. And when I knew that I was willing to embrace all of it, all of life, well, that just means I can do anything, because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid of getting angry. I'm not afraid of feeling sad. Okay? I'm not talking about clinical stuff, like if somebody has depression, anxiety, PTSD, so many things, with being an ex-witness, this is true, but I'm talking about just generally, right? If you're having feelings like really, really sad and suicidal, you want to call 988, and you want to reach out to people. Reach out. Like, don't do this alone. I almost took my life twice because of being shunned and ostracized and left like garbage from my family, and told to my face that I was a whore, and if I were their daughter, they would kill me. So I understand what it's like to be sad. And I just want to tell you, be human. And take the time to cry out if you are feeling sad, to cry it out. Just give yourself time. Do not hold it in. It's not healthy to hold it in. And if you're afraid that, like, if you start crying, you won't be able to stop, because I remember feeling like that, you can set yourself a timer. You can give yourself time. This is self-care. This is the true self-care. It's better than a bubble bath, I promise. Give yourself a timer. Time it and allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to write about it, journal it. Put your thoughts on paper. Give yourself time to really get it out, because the more that you hold it in, it causes so many problems, not only mentally, but also sometimes it will show up physically in your body. You don't have to hold it in, okay? And I promise you, you won't die from feeling an emotion. You won't. You might feel like you're going to die, but you won't. I promise you. I feel like giving a hug. I love self-hugs. Yeah. I don't want you to be afraid and think that you're doing it wrong if you're having bad feelings. No. That just means you're human. And that's awesome. Perfect. Yeah, we're not robots anymore. We were robots for the organization, but not anymore. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm just sort of rambling on. Have you guys ever tried this? Labello. It's my favorite one. It's so good. Anyway, all right. Here I go. I just wanted to just sort of give you a virtual hug before, or actually I had after I had posted that video. Yeah, I just wanted to explain it more. So, okay, have a good day. Bye, everyone.